Hey, here we are again. So now I'm in Joshua chapter 6, verses 8 through 10. Let me read that to you. So it was when Joshua had spoke to the people that the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the Lord advanced and blew the trumpets, and the ark of the covenant of the Lord followed them. The armed men went before the priests who blew the trumpets, and the rear guard came after the ark, while the priests continued blowing the trumpets. Now Joshua had commanded the people, saying, "You shall not shout or make any noise with your voice, nor shall a word proceed out of your mouth until the day I say to you, shout, then you shall shout." This really reminded me of some of the instructions that Jesus gave to the people that he healed. They were the lepers to whom he said, "Go to the priests and tell them what has happened, but nobody else." And there were other people who he told just to keep silent, don't tell anybody. And a few people that he told, tell everyone. And this is a really puzzling thing. There are a lot of theories about why exactly that Yeshua said these things and instructed people differently. But it looks like the picture here in that Joshua has the priests blowing trumpets on the first 7 days, and then while everybody else is silent, and then at the end, everybody shouts together. So let me read to you from Mark chapter 16, verses 15 through 18. And this is after the resurrection, just before Yeshua rises back to heaven. He says, "Go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. He who believes and is baptized will be saved, but he who does not believe will be condemned. And these signs will follow those who believe. In my name they will cast out demons. They will speak with new tongues. They will take up serpents, and if they drink anything deadly, it will by no means hurt them. They will lay hands on the sick, and they will recover." Solomon wrote in Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1, that there's a time for everything. For everything under the sun, there's a time. And he went on to talk about, there's a time for war and a time for peace, a time for sorrow and joy. And there's also a time to speak and a time to be silent. And there's a time to allow our actions to speak more profoundly and loudly than anything we could ever say. And just like the priests and the warriors who marched around Jericho silently, except for the trumpets that the priests blew, they were demonstrating to the people of Jericho that the end was coming. They were condemned already. And then they shouted. This same principle is true in every area of life, whether it's war, peace, business and marketing, and in evangelism. There's a time to speak and a time to be silent. There's a time to walk and to act, to let your hands and your feet speak for you. This is Jake Harper from American Torah. Be blessed.